Welcome back to the deep dive. Really excited about today's topic. We're tackling something I think, well, loads of us aim for, but, often stumble with morning routines, specifically ones that actually work and stick. It's just so easy to get overwhelmed, right?
Yeah.
All the advice, the perfect influencer, mornings. So our mission today, pretty straightforward. We've dug into the source material, specifically a guide called Effective Morning Routines, a guide to daily excellence.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pull out the really key stuff, the nuggets that actually make a difference to help you figure out what works, not just for a week, but like long term.
Exactly. And that desire for a better start, maybe more productive, maybe just calmer, it's universal, isn't it? We all want to feel a bit more in control in the mornings. And this guide, well, it shows how intentional routines can really give you that solid base for the day, sometimes in ways you might not expect.
Okay, let's jump right in because this first point from the guide, it kind of turns things on its head.
Yeah.
You think your morning starts when the alarm goes off, right?
Standard thinking.
But effective morning routine says, nope, your best morning actually kicks off way earlier, maybe even like 16 hours before.
Right. It frames preparation the night before as this incredible efficiency hack.
Yeah, it says every minute you spend prepping the night before saves you 10 minutes of hassle and decision stress the next morning,
Yeah.
which is wow.
It's huge.
And it's not just vague stuff, it's specific actions. Thinking about your intentions for tomorrow, laying out clothes.
Eliminates one decision right
Yeah,
there.
totally. And crucially, cutting down screen time before bed. These are like concrete first steps.
And the why behind it is fascinating. It's not just practical, it's neurological. You're preloading choices, calming your system, basically saving your brain power, your decision-making energy for the big stuff later, not, which socks.
Right. Which leads to the next surprising thing for me digging into this. It
Yeah.
wasn't about having to wake up at some crazy hour. I always kind of thought you had to be a 5 a.m. person.
The classic trope.
Yeah. But the guide really hammers this point. Consistency is more important than waking up super early. Regularity is the key.
That's such a crucial distinction. It's about training your body clock, your circadian rhythm, getting it used to a predictable schedule, whether that's 6 a.m. or, 8 a.m. for you. That stability just makes waking up easier biologically and mentally.
Okay, but does it touch on, like, night owls, people whose natural rhythm isn't early? How does consistency work for them?
Great question. And yes, it does acknowledge that. It's not about forcing a 5 a.m. wake up if you're naturally a later type. The advice is find your consistent time, the one that works with your energy, not against it. It's about sustainability for you.
Okay, got it. So let's talk about the phone. That immediate grab when you open your eyes. We all do it, right?
The modern reflex.
The guide is really clear. Don't do it. Avoid the phone first thing. Instead, it says start with quiet or intention of a mindful moment. But, okay, practical point. What if your phone is your alarm? How do you break that habit?
Yeah, that's the tricky part. And the source acknowledges it. It suggests simple things like charging it across the room, maybe even getting an old school alarm clock. Because grabbing that phone first thing, it just hijacks your mental state, doesn't it? You're basically inviting all the noise, all the demands of the outside world in before you've even properly woken up. Instant overwhelm.
Okay, so you've resisted the phone. What's next? The guide points to something super simple. Hydration.
Yeah.
Just a glass of water. Seems almost too basic, but they really emphasize it.
Yeah.
Why?
It's incredibly effective, though. Think about it. You've been fasting essentially all night. Your body's dehydrated. That first glass of water, it's like a signal. It kickstarts your metabolism, helps flush things out. It basically tells your whole system, okay, time to power up.
Right, okay, powering up. So after hydration, what's the next step for actually activating your body? The guide talks about movement.
Movement.
And it stresses that it doesn't need to be like an intense hour at the gym, even just 5 or 10 minutes. Stretching, a quick walk.
And that's the beauty of it, right? It's accessible. Anyone can do something for 5 minutes, get the blood flowing, release a few endorphins. It can genuinely shift your mood and focus for the whole day, just shaking off the sleepiness.
So physical activation covered. Then the guide shifts focus inwards. to the mind. It talks about mindful practices, what kind of things?
Things like meditation, maybe some journaling, prayer, if that's your practice.
And the goal is.
Basically, clearing out the mental clutter, reducing that morning anxiety some of us feel, building focus before the day's demands hit you. The source really positions these as tools for like internal alignment, setting your own mental direction instead of just reacting all day.
Creating that internal space. I like that. Okay, then it gets really practical. Setting priorities.
Yeah, but not a massive list.
Exactly. That's the key advice. Don't overload yourself. Pick just 1 to 3 main things, the must-wins for the day.
It's about strategic clarity, knowing where to put your best energy first thing. It really helps fight that feeling of being overwhelmed later on, you know? You focus on what truly moves the needle for you.
Makes sense. And then fuel, food. Guide mentions a balanced breakfast.
Mindful fasting.
Right. Or fasting, if that's your thing. It gives options, which I appreciated. It's about clean energy, however you get it.
And that flexibility is key, isn't it? It underlines the importance of listening to your own body, what works for your energy needs, your preferences, not some rigid rule.
Totally. Now, here's a concept the guide brought up that really made me think. Decision fatigue.
Ah, yes, that's a big one.
It suggests using routines to automate the small stuff.
Yeah.
What you eat, what you wear, your bathroom routine, to limit that fatigue. My first reaction was, like, really? Do those tiny decisions matter that much?
Oh, they absolutely add up. Think about those mornings where everything feels like a struggle. Can't find keys, don't know what to wear. That is decision fatigue hitting you early. Automating those small, repeatable choices frees up so much mental bandwidth. Your willpower, essentially. You save it for the decisions that actually require your focus later in the day. It's a subtle but really powerful energy saver.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense when you put it like that. So, wrapping up the core ideas, the final, maybe most important point the guide makes.
Personalization.
Yes. Customize it, make it yours. The guide is really clear. There is no single perfect morning routine. Forget the influencers for a second. Test things out, tweak them, build something that actually fits your life.
Exactly. It comes down to self-awareness, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And a willingness to experiment. The routine that works isn't the one you copy. It's the one you build that supports your specific goals, your energy levels, your lifestyle, finding your rhythm.
So, boiling it all down from this deep dive, effective mornings really hinge on being intentional, being consistent in a way that works for you, and making it personal, and remembering that prep really starts the night before.
Right. And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Think about how these small, consistent acts, that glass of water, those 5 minutes of movement, setting one priority, how they compound over time. It's not just about having a good morning. It's about building these tiny victories that boost your confidence, improve your well-being, and ripple outwards into your entire day, your week, your life. Finding your best routine, that's an ongoing journey of self-discovery, really.